Welcome back to the Karma Speed Garage. We have some wrenching to do. We got to install this on the Mazda, which we'll talk about. Here at Karma Speed, we're all about building comps to the garage, little jobs here at a time to get this Mazda up and going and possibly to you. Out of good practice, before we move on to do any installs, I need to clean up my mess from my last job working on my truck. Clogged catalytic converter. It's never happened to me. Because one is never enough. Never lose that. You just need to be clear. My reasoning for having you stop by today, 3 things. 1, wrenching satisfaction. Gotta get your itch for the day. 2, in case you didn't know about this modification, you will know. 3, if you want to get entered into this giveaway for karmaspeed.com, you can get 50 free entries with the link in the description. If you're new here, stopping by, you haven't entered at all, might as well have a special link in the description. This is a nasty battery box. And this is an intake that is not big enough for my taste. This is the ECU that's going to be in the way of this new intake that's going here that's going to be huge. So big that it doesn't fit. So we got to move this, make this smaller, make this look cleaner, and put a smaller battery in here. O-ring puller tool. Best thing ever. Slide it in between. Pull up on that white handle. You should unplug this box out of here. To get the box out, we're gonna need the 10 mil. Looks like we have a Phillips head here. Four 10 mils all the way around. Now for the stock box, where it belongs. I'd like to set this in here to see how it's gonna go now. Wires need to come off of here. Plastic pry tool. Oh my goodness. Ran into a little bit of an issue. Usually there's some threads here. There wasn't. It was just full of gunk. It was just gross rust. So I drilled this hole out with a drill bit. I used a 7/32 size bit. I have an extra bolt in a bolt kit. It's like a M6. It literally threads in, like tight. This will be perfect. Before we can place this in here, we need to remove this bracket, which the ECU is sitting on, which of course it isn't, because everything in this car needs to work. This needs to be loose. 10 mil. My new bolt. Go down in the back. Now with our bolts and our lock nut. And ain't going nowhere. Let's get ready for the ECU. Speed things up. We can plug those in, clip them in. This is when you grab a zip tie and run it through this middle hole. Nip this off with the flush cut pliers. Looks clean. You're gonna need these before you even slide it in. So I've got that rod facing that way, this rod facing this way. Slide the battery in. That rod is in. That rod's looking good. Got our 2 nuts. And we're gonna thread our nuts on. Really random, 11 millimeter. Now our battery is solid. ECU is relocated. I'll be cleaning these up soon. And now we have tons of room down in there for a big ol' intake. Before we can close up for the night, you can go to bed, maybe hit the jacuzzi. Gotta put the tools away. If you clicked on this video because you wanted to wrench with me, next year we have something coming out that's super inclusive. It's going to be announced during 200X at the end of this giveaway later this month. So make sure you're on our email list by clicking the link in the description or going to the Karma Speed website. It's about bringing us together as people who are optimistic, like to wrench, build confidence in the garage, want to learn more. You know a lot and you want to share a lot because it brings you fulfillment. Keep up to speed with these videos and you'll learn about it very soon. You want to know what else is coming up on this Mazda if you're new here? Check out this video right here. We go over all the mods coming up as we speak.